welcome back to my channel. Ashley here. So if you are new, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and join the family. If you're an OG beauty, as always, thank you for the continued support. So today I decided to play in a little makeup. Okay, so I threw this beat together. Some of the products are new and we're trying some new combinations. So if you would like to see how I snatched this face, stay tuned. Alrighty, so let's get started. As usual, I filled in my brows off camera. I used my Morphe brushes, Java brow pencil, and now we are diving into the Jaclyn Hill Divine Neutrals palette. This is Jaclyn Hill times Morphe. If you don't have it, it's $18. What are you doing with your life? And if you haven't seen my review, after you finish watching this video, definitely head over and watch it. This is just a stunning, it's a perfect neutral palette. I mean, for $18, come on now. Let's be real. So I'm going to dive into Boo Bear and Booked, these two, and we're going to go into my crease with that. So, you know, I kind of just wanted to play in makeup. Like, I don't know, does anyone else ever have those days where you just kind of want to play? So that's how I was feeling today. So I'm just going in to my crease with these two colors. Not really looking for perfection, because I think I might do a halo, maybe like a halo eye. We'll see what happens. I'm just going with the flow. I actually have some new products that I wanted to test out, so I'll be doing that as well. So I'm just going into my crease a little intensely so that you can kind of see. It's okay if it's not perfect because I'm going back in with another brush anyway. Now I'm going in with another fluffy brush. This is kind of like a dome shape brush, so there's a point. So I'm just going back over those edges of those two colors that I placed in my crease, and I am blending them out. I'm tapping a little bit of Booked and Good Vibes just to add it to the edges as well. Now I'm going back in with Boo Bear just to add a little bit more depth in my crease towards my lid, because I think we might cut it today. So, alrighty, now that that's done, I'm gonna go in with some concealer. I'm just gonna add a little concealer on the back of my hand, like so. And if you struggle with finding your crease, you're at the right place. Just hold your palette kind of in between your chest and your stomach a little bit, and then you're gonna be looking down into the mirror. And then what I do is I take a little bit of that product on the brush and I place it right in the center of my lid, and then I open my eyes. So where that line is, that's where you should be cutting your crease. And then I just continue to tap away. So it should look like this. And this is a matte concealer, so it'll pretty much dry down quickly. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of NYX glitter glue. I'm just gonna let this sit for like a second. I'm gonna probably tap a brush on top of it just to kind of dry the concealer down. And now for some NYX glitter glue. I have a little bit of the NYX glitter glue primer. I love using this. This is great for any shimmery eyeshadows or pigments. It just definitely gets them locked and loaded. So it definitely intensifies the pigment. Obviously they show up without it, but it kind of kicks it up a notch. So if you want them to see from space, use the NYX glitter glue primer. So I'm just going to add that in the areas that I cut my crease. So just tapping that in. It dries quickly, so don't let it sit on your eyelids and then go downstairs, get a cup of water. No. Dive right in. Alrighty, so I'm going in with the Hourglass Scattered Light. This is the glitter eyeshadow. This is in the shade Ray. So, since my Marc Jacobs one will no longer be of use, well, they're just no longer, you're no longer able to buy them. I just decided to pick something up kind of like it. So this is what it looks like. Gorgeous. I think I think I let it dry down too long. Packaging, trying to get it open in a quick enough time. I'm just gonna go in and add a little bit more NYX glitter glue. What was it Kim Zolciak used to say? I am floored. Okay, this shadow is gorgeous. Like this pigment. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I think I need to get the rest of these. See, I'm just a sucker. I'm a sucker for pigments like this. I'll always buy them. So I'm just going to go in and add that on the rest of my lid where I cut my crease. You know what? I think I'm just going to add a little smokiness to the end here. So I'm going to go into Cinnamon Roll, which is that dark brown. She is deep, honey. And I am just going to press that in my outer V. So the more you stamp it and press it in, the more intense it'll show up. I like to just press it in first before I start swiping. Now just lightly going back and forth and sweeping it inwards just so it has like that nice gradient effect. I'm gonna go in with a plain fluffy brush and get that crease together a little bit just to make sure everything is blended. And then just gonna hit the top here and I think it looks good. So let's see. I'm gonna go in with eyeliner. Y'all know I'm not really an eyeliner person, but people change, right? Maybe not, but you know, we're gonna try eyeliner today. So I ended up picking up this Wet n Wild Pro-Line felt tip eyeliner. I got this from Walgreens. Wet n Wild really has bomb products. If you're sleeping on them, I'm gonna need you to wake up, okay, and check in. Wet n Wild has bomb products. I definitely use a lot of their mascaras on clients. I've had them for myself, but when you really need some Holy Grail products, you gotta go right to where we all started, right? Walgreens. So this is where I got her. I actually drew a line on something with this and it was just like perfection. So, oh, you know what? No, yeah, let me go in with the liner now because I was gonna put my primer on so I could let it sit for a little bit, but I'll put my primer on before I put on my lashes. So I have to focus when I do this because eyeliner isn't my strong suit, not on myself and not on clients. That is just one gift that the Lord didn't bless me with. Let me start out here. So I will say the line comes out nice. However, because I have like the pigment on my eyelid, I kind of feel like it's not like, it's just really not coming up as much as I would like it to. So we're gonna take it back and just put some black eyeshadow on top. But I'm just gonna start with this as the base. Y'all, I think I picked up an expired eyeliner. It would be my luck. Alright, well, this one's gonna have to sit it out. I thought that it was going to make the cut and it did not, okay? It did not. Let me just dive into an old eyeshadow palette. Okay, so I popped on my lashes. I am wearing So Extra Mykonos from Lily Lashes. Absolutely love Lily Lashes. They're thebomb.com. I actually am trying out a new primer today. This is the Professional Light Primer by Benefit. It's supposed to be ultra lightweight, a face primer to minimize the look of pores. I don't think I've ever tried the original version, but I hear it is mattifying and this one's supposed to be a little bit lighter. And I find when I mattify my face too much, you know, it just gets dry and then the makeup looks cakey and then I get super oily, so we're gonna mix it up. So that's what I'm using for primer today. I already applied it. I just let it sit for 2 minutes. I did go in with my Urban Decay Heavy Metal. This is Midnight Cowboy, a glitter liner. How long have I had this? A couple of years, I think. I feel like it's now drying out, but I just put it right on top of where I cut my crease. I just, you know, want a little extra razzle dazzle. So I think my liner definitely did die. So it died. But that doesn't mean Wet n Wild products aren't good. It just died, so I think I'll just go back to the store and pick up another one. But I have seen someone else use it and it's a really good liner. So mine just died. It was like $4. I'll just get another one. What I did was I went in with just a black shadow on top of that liner to kind of make it a little bit more intense and a little smoky. So now I'm going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. This is the Stay All Day and Night in 14 Neutral. Now I've been seeing a lot of other Melanin Goddesses, my shade, getting I think 13 and it's I guess a little bit orange, and then I think I saw one other person try this in 14, but when I was looking at the shades I knew that 13 was going to be a little bit too yellow and too light, so thus came 14. So I'm going to shake this up and get a foundation brush. So if you guys saw my last haul, you know I swatched this. So you guys were able to kind of see like what the color looks like. So I'm going in with 2 pumps. Oh, it smells really good. So I'm just stippling that on as usual, just like pressing that into the skin. The coverage looks good. It looks a little more on the orange side, but someone did say that it oxidizes. So we'll just see. But I'm pretty sure like once I add all my concealer and all of my other goodies on top, it'll be fine. So I went in with 2 pumps. I feel like I might go in with 3. The urge to not be full coverage. I can't fight it. Sometimes you have to let things be. I'm gonna go in with 1 more pump. My Pat McGrath foundation is a little loose in terms of the texture, but usually foundations that are a little bit thicker normally have fuller coverage. So how's it looking? So the coverage looks great. It doesn't feel heavy at all. It feels good. I'm just going to go in with the butt of my beauty blender and just press that into the skin. So for concealer, I'm going to go in with the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue Concealer in Dark 25. And then I'm going to add my One Size Beauty Turn Up the Base Concealer in Dark 3 Golden. And then I'm going to put that right on top. So while those two hang out and have fun, I am going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Bronzer in Chestnut. And then pressing that in. Now I'm going to take one of my dual fiber brushes and just blend out that cream contour. Okay, so now I'm going with my beauty blender to blend out that concealer. I love mixing products. Typically, I'll mix a foundation. My dynamic duo for foundation used to be NARS and Estee Lauder Double Wear. I absolutely loved the two together, and I haven't mixed them in some time. We need to get back to that because I just loved the finish of it. NARS is more of a water-based foundation, and then my Double Wear was more of like a heavier foundation. It was thick and pretty much bulletproof. Like, that is the only foundation that I know is transfer proof. The other ones that say they are not. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more of my Patrick Star concealer just to add just like a hair more coverage, and I'm just gonna let that hang out. So I am going back in with my beauty blender just to blend that out. Look how beautiful that coverage looks. Stunning. I absolutely love this concealer. I want to get another shade in it, more like an everyday shade. And then I like to use my beauty blender where I already have the concealer on and go underneath and slice that contour because we want it sharp, okay? We want cheekbones. So just pressing that in. I really like to blend, so sometimes I'll sit here for a little bit of time and blend. And then I'm going back in with that same stippling brush that I used for my contour color and just sweeping it back in there. I just want to make sure that I don't lose it. So sometimes I'll just go back in, like if there's like too much concealer, you know, I might use my foundation brush to just add a little bit more color. So for example, just like tapping this right on the edges just so it's seamless. Alrighty, so now we're going to go with Huda Beauty's Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder in Blondie. I'm still waiting on Huda to give us a face powder. I mean, she's like the queen of bulletproof, like, well, cake face. Like outstanding coverage. We need a face powder, and I don't mean that light setting face powder. We want a foundation powder, okay? So Huda, if you go back in the lab, I'm co-signing. We definitely need a face powder. So I'm gonna go in, tap a little bit off on the back of my hand and press it in. Just add a little bit more powder. back under that contour, hit the forehead and the chin, honey. So now that we added that, I'm going to go in with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and this is in Dark Deepest. So I am just going to add this all over. This is going to give me some color, and I am just pressing this in. I am still going in with a foundation powder, but I like to layer because I like to look flawless, okay? I want to look like I'm going to the Met Gala every day. Now, so I kind of want to go in with the One Size Beauty Turn Up the Base foundation powder, but I think we gotta go light. Do I want to use this today? Let me go in with my Makeup Forever, because this kind of shows up a little dark. So, you know, I think I have to go back and go back to Sephora and see what the other shades look like in person. I will say this brand is very hard to determine your proper shades online. So I'm going in with that same brush, tapping off the excess and just applying it. So I am applying it on my cheeks because it is a, this powder does fill in your pores. It gives you more of like a flawless coverage. Absolutely love what they did in the lab with this. Please, Makeup Forever, don't ever get rid of this foundation powder. Like, I absolutely love this. I have this in 2 shades. I have it in a summer shade and a winter shade. Now, you know, if I'm buying 2 of them, it means something. So, well, yes, it does. It still means something. I know I've been buying like doubles of everything, but definitely of this powder. I don't have any face powders or foundation powders that I've bought 2 of. Definitely I'll buy 2 of these, and definitely I'll buy 2 of Fenty Beauty. Alrighty, so now that that's added, I'm just taking the butt of my beauty blender again and just pushing that product into the skin. I also do this on my clients. It's just extra reinforcement. So I'm going to go with a Colored Rains bronzer in Naughty Spice. I think I've only used this maybe like once. So we're diving back into it to see. Don't forget to support Black and brown owned businesses. Oh no, why did I ever put this down? This looks good. So I start back here and swirl, and then I bring it to the front. If you do have like short hair or an updo, definitely make sure you catch those ears, honey. Just make sure you catch those ears. You want everything to look seamless and blended. I'm just gonna tap right over that with the same brush that I put the foundation powder on, just to make sure that everything is seamless and blended. So after this, I'm going to go in with my blush. This is Pat McGrath Labs Blush in Paradise Venus. This definitely kind of looks like raisin. So what? So what? You guys already know that that's my favorite blush. So I'm going in with this blush. I actually want to pick up some of her other ones because they're gorgeous. I love me some Mother Pat, okay? She's the only one that can get me to spend $125 on an eyeshadow palette. So I am just going to smoke out my under eye and also add some mascara, and I'll be back. And we are back. So I just finished off the rest of my face. Threw on a wig, honey, a top. So the lip is Coquetta Liner from Alamar Cosmetics. Milani lipstick in Desire. This is one of their mattes. I believe this is from the matte brown collection. Definitely love this. I was only able to snag 2, honey. They were clean out at Walgreens, so I still was able to snag 1, so we're good to go. And I threw in a little gloss. So this is Coquetta Gloss. This is the Desnudas lip gloss from Alamar Cosmetics as well. So I hope you all loved how I pulled this look together. It looks snatched. The foundation looks gorgeous. Honestly, I really like this primer, and I bought the mini size, so we might get the full size with the way this is looking. But yeah, I do like it. It feels very comfortable on the skin as well. It gives me just the perfect amount of coverage, and I only used 3 pumps. I'm pretty sure I probably could have just kept it at the 2, but you know, I'm a little extra, so I added the 3. Versus some of my other foundations, like I know for my Givenchy foundation, I think I used like 5 or 6 pumps just to get a decent amount of coverage, and this was just 3, like no more than 3. So absolutely gorgeous. These eyes. So I will make sure that I leave everything down in the description box below, and you should also see it pop up on the screen. As usual, beauties, thank you so much for tuning in, and as always, until next time.